scrambled to replace scenes after Garrison Brown's death. Fans are seeing proof that TLC scrambled to edit Sister Wives after Garrison Brown's death. While the footage for season 19 is almost 2 years behind, his tragic death pressed TLC to find solutions to release the series on time. However, fans are seeing that they did more than remove scenes to compensate for Garrison's absence. Garrison Brown left a huge hole in the family. During Sister Wives season 18, Garrison Brown made it clear he was jaded after Cody Brown admitted he wasn't interested in nourishing relationships with his older kids. Likewise, Gade Brown expressed that Christmas was a prime example of Cody not making an effort. Furthermore, he even describes it as feeling neglected by Cody and Robin. Undeniably, Garrison was a huge part of the Brown family. Seemingly, instead of making a statement and showing how special Garrison's memory is, TLC opted to try and erase the scenes with Garrison. Trying to take out his presence is a large undertaking. After his death, TLC made edits to lessen the blow in season 19. However, now that fans are seeing it, TLC seems to have rushed the process. While some people have pointed out that the game night was filmed more recently, as well as the outdoor fight between Robin and Cody, they see more evidence of TLC's scramble. TLC scrambled to replace scenes after Garrison Brown's death. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans discussed the scenes that were added in after Garrison Brown's passing. First, a user says, "Stitching new filming with older filming." Then, the user adds, "Am I the only one who thought Ari looked much younger in episode 4 than in episode 3? I feel like the game night and the community theater production of Robin and Cody in the snow were filmed more recently. I'm not sure if production removed any filming with or about Garrison and replaced it with more recent filming, or if production is trying to rewrite history of Robin and Cody. It's obvious that some is more recent and some is from 2022. Thoughts, theories?" Another viewer adds, "I thought the same thing. The whole Robin begging Cody to see his kids I felt was filmed after Garrison's passing. If it was, that makes it all the worse that he would say those things. I hope it wasn't. But if it was, he will lose all of his children. Eventually his kids with Robin too." Other fans contribute to the conversation. After the initial post about season 19 feeling pieced together, other fans saw the signs too. Many mentions how it looks like old footage was removed and new scenes added. Yes, especially the family game night was recent. Look how much Saul and Ari have grown. Also the fake outside snow scene, they scrapped the original footage they had already filmed of K and R. After seeing the backlash it caused from Garrison's death, they had them film new scenes to take the place of those ones. They're trying for a redemption arc for K and R, trying to change the viewer's perception of them. Fans spot other splices. Along with the game night and fight, fans saw other noticeable edits after Garrison Brown's passing. Furthermore, fans notice how choppy some of the footage is and believe they have inserted newly filmed material as filler. Writing a scene where the narrative is scrambled can be quite an intriguing challenge. Since you mentioned Garrison Brown, I'll assume it's a character from a creative project you're involved in. Let's create a disjointed, fragmented scene that attempts to capture the emotional aftermath of his death, while embracing a scrambled, chaotic structure. Here's a 1,000-word creative piece that evokes the confusion and surreal quality of loss. Scrambled. After the death of Garrison Brown, the clock on the wall. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Tick. Garrison's laughter. Was it from yesterday? It was sunny, or maybe it was raining. The world feels like it's melting. Time slips, cracks, fractures. Tick. Tock. Everything falls out of order. His chair by the window was empty now. Was it always that way? You can't remember when he wasn't there, and yet he's always been missing. His voice still echoes through the room, bouncing off the old wooden floors, getting lost in the creaky beams of the ceiling. Something about the air, too heavy or too thin. You reach out to touch the space he used to fill, but your hand only grasps the void. Why can't you remember? A blackbird flaps its wings against the window pane. Thump, thump. You don't let it in, though Garrison would have. He was kind like that, to the creatures and the wind, to the fleeting and the forgotten. But he is not here, not now, maybe not ever again. There's a picture of him somewhere, in the box on the shelf. You pull it out. It's cracked at the edges, the color fading. But the smile, his smile, it's still there. Was it ever real? He had that look about him, like he knew something no one else could grasp, some secret hidden in the folds of his jacket, under his hat, between his laughter. Now that laugh is gone, isn't it? Or did it ever exist at all? No, he's gone. Garrison is gone. You whisper the words to yourself, but they scatter as soon as they're spoken, like dandelion seeds on a wind that comes from nowhere and everywhere all at once. Gone. But where? Where does a person go when they leave behind everything they ever were? Tick, tock. A glass shatters in the kitchen. You blink. Time stutters. No, you were standing in the hallway just a moment ago. Or was it an hour? Come help me with this. His voice calls out, muffled, thick like fog rolling in off the water. You follow the sound, but it fades before you can find it. Something about the way the sun slants through the blinds makes you dizzy. Or was it the memory of his hands as they held the old coffee mug, the way he'd always blow on the surface before sipping, even if it wasn't hot? The room sways. No, you're swaying. Grief, they said. Grief does that. But this isn't just grief. This is everything wrong, everything out of place, like a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces, edges frayed, mismatched. I think I'm losing my mind, you say aloud, though no one is there to hear it. Or maybe he is. Maybe Garrison never left. You can hear him humming. That old tune he loved, the one with no words, just melody, slow and sad and sweet. Was it real? Is it happening now? You search for him, frantic, pulling books off shelves, throwing open cupboards. He has to be here. He has to be. The radio flickers to life, static and noise. But then, a voice, and now for the evening news, it's Garrison. Clear as day, your heart stops. He's speaking from the radio. But that's impossible, isn't it? There's a flash, blinding, a memory, a real one, maybe of him sitting at the old typewriter, his fingers flying over the keys, fast and sure. Click, clack, click. He looks up at you, smiling, the light soft in his eyes, and says something. But the words are scrambled, jumbled, wrong. You reach out, but the memory shifts, bends, breaks. Tick, tock. You're back in the living room, or is it the attic now? The walls are breathing, pulsing with something alive. His hat hangs on the hook by the door, just as it always did. But the door is gone, or did it never exist? The phone rings. It's him. It has to be him. You grab the receiver, but the line is dead. You scream into the silence, the desperate kind of scream that breaks the soul, that tears the fabric of the world apart. I'm still here, his voice whispers in your ear, soft like a breeze. But when you turn, no one is there. Only shadows, only echoes. You run to the window, throwing it open. The sky is wrong, too bright, too dark, too everything. It's spinning. The stars are falling, or maybe they're rising. You can't tell anymore. Come back, you whisper, pleading now, begging. But the wind steals the words from your lips. Tick, tock. The room is quiet again. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that hurts. His coat hangs on the chair, limp and cold. The old leather, worn smooth from years of use, smells like him still. You bury your face in it, hoping to find something, anything of him left. But it's fading. Everything is fading. The clock strikes midnight. Or is it noon?